Hello there and welcome to World of Tanks with Ingania Titan. Well, I've managed to purchase the Charioteer. I actually purchased it about 3 weeks ago or more. But things have been busy since and I haven't had the opportunity to make video of the initial games with the Charioteer. So I had purchased it, I unlocked it with the experience that was on the Challenger, and I had enough free experience to get up to the penultimate package. So I have the 20-pounder Type B barrel gun on it, but it is a rather disappointing performer on the Challenger in comparison to the same gun on other tanks. On the Charioteer, the Charioteer that is, on the Charioteer the gun has a 2.3 second aiming time and an accuracy of 0.35, whereas the same gun in the AT-15 has a 1.7 second aiming time and an accuracy of 0.30. That's a considerable difference, so this tank has a very large bloom on the move. And you'll have to wait quite a while to for the gun to aim down to get an accurate shot. And it's not like a Russian gun where it does so much alpha that you don't worry about accurate shots so much, and the penetration is high enough to make up for it. You really need to put your shots where they're needed to be in a 20-pounder gun. Other than that, it's a reasonably effective gun, and you can have effective games in it. The other big disappointment for me with this tank is that the gun depression is practically non-existent. There is very little gun depression in this tank, and I've been in a situation within 20 meters or so of a T-32 and unable to bring the gun to bear on the front plate of the T-32. You can see here actually both the lack of gun depression and the size of the dispersion when the tank's coming in from initially on the move. The turret rotation dispersion isn't so bad, so smooth ride is probably more important as a skill to collect on it, which I don't have on this crew, than snapshot. So I'd put smooth ride as a priority over snapshot, and I'd put smooth ride as probably, if I knew then what I know now, I probably wouldn't have put the crew on it without having smooth ride already on the crew. In fact, I'm almost tempted to change out the skill, but I've it nearly trained up at this stage. The other thing about it is that because the gun depression is so poor, you find you have to move the tank quite a lot to get a shot. And of course, when you move the tank, you destroy your camouflage. So in circumstances where you could be fairly safe in the Challenger or the Achilles, shooting people because all you were moving was the turret, you will find that you are getting spotted in the Charioteer, despite the fact that in theory the Charioteer has better camouflage, but its movement camouflage is not all that great.
Ready to fire on target.
And like I said, the aim time can be fairly painful. Armor is pretty much non-existent. You can forget about relying on armor for anything. If you're in an urban map, I would say go with a mob and just try and shoot from the back, preferably when all the enemies have fired. If you find yourself on your own, you will effectively be trading hit points for damage. Now, the 105mm gun that becomes the top gun in this tank will make a significant difference to the tank, because the alpha will be much higher. It'll be 390 versus 230. On average, this tank, I say, it does around probably 210. You could rely on it to do about 210. So you need about 6 shots to get fire for effect on the 6 penetrating shots. Whereas with the 105mm gun, you'll be able to get fire for effect with about 3 penetrating shots, which is a much more doable thing. So we're on port, and it was my first time getting port in quite a long time. And I think it's the last time I've got port. Again, I haven't had port in quite a long time either. I seem to keep getting Ardennes. usually in tanks like the Charioteer that are glass cannons and don't work with a map like Ardennes at all. However, the position has collapsed in our team. They have more or less, the enemy have more or less conquered the end line there on the western end of the map, the 1-2 line, and they're heading into the base, so I'm heading back to see if I can do anything. Now, I thought that tank was in here in the warehouse, but it's obviously further back. However, I take the opportunity to have a shot at the Borsig, but I fluff the shot because I don't wait for the gun to aim in. I find you really do have to wait for this gun to aim in. Otherwise, the dispersion is just too great, especially at any kind of range. The accuracy is just not good enough, unlike, say, the other versions of the 20-pounder, where they have 0.3 accuracy or better. You can snapshot with half aimed and you'll still hit the tank, whereas in this version you snapshot at half aimed and it might land within 20 meters of the tank, but it might not land on the tank. 50% of the time it won't land on the tank.
The enemy knows our location. That one ricocheted.
So I took a hit there from the 152. Again, I didn't let the shot fully aim, but I didn't really have the time for it. He was in cover, or he'd have been in cover before I had fully aimed. And
Dropping target.
we're being completely overwhelmed. I thought that
Been destroyed. One
other
more
tank destroyer was heading back to help out the artillery.
Release the target. They've spotted.
Again, I don't wait for the shot to aim on the enemy tank. And now I've left it too late, and the Jagdtiger finishes me off. Not that I would have been able to do much against the Jagdtiger from the front, unless I could see the lower front plate and wasn't angled. I wouldn't penetrate the front of a Jagdtiger. So the game's pretty much over at this point. This tank destroyer, the ISU 122, has found a little hidey hole, but I think he'd have been better off sticking with the artillery. Port is too small a map and there's too much time left to make a hidey hole really work. And I don't think, to be honest with you, that hidey holes really work anyway. One tank finds you, he sits there, waits for one of his buddies to come up, and the two of them pop around the corner. You can only shoot one and the other one gets you. So he stays in his hidey hole. I skip to the end while they're searching for him, and as I said, one rolls up, he fires, and the other one gets him. So I had a decent game enough in this particular version of the game. I've had some disastrous games, mostly on Ardennes again. However, I will see how it works with the Top Gun when I get that. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please consider giving it a like, and please consider giving the channel a subscription. Thank you very much. Goodbye.